Today's video is sponsored by Blizzard. Today, I'm going to share my top 3 best armies for beginners in Warcraft Rumble, and I will also show you how to play each strategy to win more games. And at the end, I will share my top 5 most important tips for building a better army. Now, starting out, we have the very first army that everyone begins Warcraft Rumble with. Now, everyone starts with the same 5 troops: the Griffin Rider, the Null Brute, the Chain Lightning, the Safe Pilot, and the Dark Spirit Troll. However, your 6th troop and your leader will change. For your very first leader, you'll be given the choice between 3 random options, so there's no real way to guarantee a particular leader that you're looking for. But to be honest, it does not make a huge impact because you quickly start unlocking additional leaders as you progress through the game. However, if you do have the option, I would suggest choosing a tankier leader. They're a bit easier to play earlier on. And for your 6th troop, I would suggest choosing the Drake if you have the option. It is so powerful with that splash damage, and it gives you another flying troop. So let's jump into a battle and explain how I play this strategy. So in general, you want to use Tyrion as your front line tank. He has a powerful heal that will heal up anything around him. And honestly, if you're able to get more than one Tyrion out there alive, it can be very devastating for your opponent because they just can't out DPS that heal. Now, obviously right there, he's taking a ton of damage because he's got a lot of units on top of him. The tower, and you know what? He's still alive? How is he still going? Yo, look at the thing go. Destroying the turret. And then we get in there and finish off the troll as well. But yeah, in general, you want to use the Tyrion up front with perhaps a Dark Spirit Troll or a Griffin Rider behind it, depending on what your opponent has. If they have a ton of Swarm, then that's where you want to use your Drake or your Chain Lightning for an immediate response. Meanwhile, keep sending in your kobolds on the lanes that have the gold veins or the chests if they are unsupported. But for example, right now I have Tyrion going in with a troll for support. He will tank, and if I need to for an immediate response, I can drop the Safe Pilot down. Now, I'm just using it right there as an example. It wasn't really obviously good value. But if your opponent has like a massive swarm coming in and Tyrion only has single target, that's where you want to drop the immediate Chain Lightning or the Safe Pilot to immediately destroy and support. Now, be careful with the Safe Pilot because it does have a little bit of a delayed drop. It does take a few seconds to go down, so factor that in on your timing. And then for the Drake, where you want to use it really depends on where your opponent uses Swarm. If they have a Swarm coming down one side, you can use the Drake by itself. Or if they have Swarm going in the same lane as Tyrion, for example, you can use the Drake to support it instead of the Dark Spirit Troll or the Griffin Rider. I just prefer to have the Griffin Rider or the Troll there for the range support behind that tank. I'm going to go in here with the Tyrion one more time and the Dark Spirit Troll. I'm will turn this down, hopefully to give myself a bit more time. You know, the tower's going to go down anyways. But we should be all right. Tyrion's going to heal up. I will use the Null Brute to provide a bit more support. You see how Tyrion's just in there just destroying everything? Right now is a good time to go in with the Safe Pilot. Look at this. Ready? Should take care, boom, of that range support, and Tyrion is still alive. Now, if you don't have Tyrion, for example, you want to use the Null Brute as your tanky card. So if you're using like a range support leader, that's where you want to go in with the Null Brute, and it has a decent splash damage attack. So if I was using the Null Brute, for example, as a tank, I wouldn't need to support it with the Drake if my opponent has a Swarm coming in, because the Brute does do the splash damage. Now I'm going to go ahead here, support Tyrion with some range support, just to kind of keep him alive. And I want to kind of make a big push to go in for the win. Look at this. The safe timing going down. Boom. Pilot finishes off. Meanwhile, Tyrion is tanking. And then we can get in. I thought Tyrion would tank for the Pilot, but she got destroyed. Let's go one more Tyrion over here. And then, honestly, let's go Chain Lightning. That should be a solid victory. Boom. There we go. So yeah, overall playstyle with this army is you want to keep your tanks up front, whether that's Tyrion or a different tanky leader or the Null Brute, and then support it with range behind, whether that's a range support leader or the Griffin Rider or the Dark Spirit Troll. Now moving on to army number 2, we have one featuring the leader Sneed. Sneed is another very powerful melee tank leader, but his special ability is you will gain additional gold whenever siege damage destroys a tower, captures a meteor stone, or opens up a chest. Because Sneed himself does siege damage, he earns extra gold with every tower destroyed. And because of this, we're also featuring another siege damage troop in this army, the Warsong Raider. So whenever the Warsong Raider destroys the same things, you also earn additional gold. And we've rounded out this army with 2 additional spells. We got Chain Lightning and the Blizzard. We have some range support in the Dark Spirit Troll, the Bat Rider, and we have a little bit of Swarm with the Skeletons. Let's see what this army is all about. So he's going to go in with push on the middle. We don't have our steamed opening rotation, which honestly is fine. We can go Blizzard here. Boom. Should give us some decent value. Then we can drop a Dark Spirit Troll in the middle with a Sneed up front to tank. And then once we destroy this push, the Sneed should go in and destroy that tower, giving me some extra gold with his ability. And I kind of want to support it with a Bat Rider as well. And now we have the Warsong Raider, another siege damage troop. And because we have Sneed in our army, it'll actually earn us extra gold. So let's go in with the Warsong Raider here left side. I want to use these skeletons to deny his Kobold. There we go. Warsong Raider's on there. Sneed's in the middle, destroying that. Yes, sir. We got the extra gold flowing in. Look at this. Boom. 2 extra gold with the Warsong Raider destroying. And unfortunately, Sneed is destroyed there. But we can go in with a Kobold here left side once that tower is captured. We're wasting a bit of gold, but that should be fine. Let's go right side. Get all 3 towers. There we go. Got a lot of pressure going down. And he's going to spawn out a few elementals here soon. So let's get ready to defend this. All right. What do we need? Who needs support over here? Right lane's okay. We can go Warsong Raider in the middle. We've got to defend the elemental here left side. Let's use... middle and right are good. Let's go... Let's just go Kobold here right side, and we'll get these needed ready to go for this elemental here with a Dark Spirit Troll for support. Got a bunch of gold flowing in. Let's go a Bat Rider in the middle. I'm going to go Warsong Raider because there's a chance that we can earn extra gold with that as well. And that should be a solid victory. Boom. Sneed army for the win. And for the final army, we have my favorite of the bunch is a Sylvanas-led army. Sylvanas is such a cool character in the Warcraft universe, and her special ability is all undead and a horde gain 30% movement speed near Sylvanas. So I've thrown in as many as I've had unlocked. We got the Dark Spirit Troll, we got the Bat Rider, we had the Skeletons, but we're also featuring the Huntress for range support and the Worgen, which is an unbound troop, which means you can place it anywhere around the map for additional utility. And let's see what we got with the Sylvanas deck. So I want to go in. Let's use the Huntress for the faster movement speed to capture that meeting stone. And then I want to drop down just a quick Chain Lightning here. Just because I want to cycle to my Kobold for the additional gold harvesting. Look at this. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go in with the... Let's just go Skeletons here in a second. Skeletons for this Wolf. And then we'll support it with Sylvanas. Boom. Oh, he's got an elemental spawning up there. Sylvanas goes in. Now we do need a tank, so this is where the Worgen comes in. Sylvanas is obviously a ranged support leader, so we use the Worgen as a tank. Drop it down. Boom. Now obviously the Worgen doesn't have as much health as the other tanks just because you are able to drop it anywhere on the map. We'll go a Huntress over here left side. And then a Bat Rider. Come on, Huntress, destroy. Yes. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. We'll go Troll over here. There we go. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Look at that wizard just destroying. That's okay. Skeleton's here. Come on. Hey, that's my gold. That's my gold, sir. We can go Kobold over here left side just to claim that gold. Cool. Now, I want to start going for a massive push here. I'm going to go with Sylvanas way in the back. That'll destroy the elemental that's spawning out right now, and also give us a bit more time to get some more gold to get a bigger push. We got Kobold going in, mining that gold vein. We can go Worgen here to tank for our Sylvanas. Come on, spawns out. Boom. There we are. There's a Drake coming in, so let's support it with a Dark Spirit Troll. Yes, sir. And then I want to go in. Let's go Bat Rider here left side, just because those are both ground cards. And look at the Worgen just destroying. Kobold here for the gold. Bat Rider just destroying those ground cards. They can't do anything because they can't hit air. We'll go one more Huntress. And look at this Sylvanas just dominating with the ranged attack. Let's go Worgen up here. Keep Sylvanas alive a little bit longer. Come on. Now we can go in with a another Troll up high. And then honestly, once I can, I'm going to go Skeletons on top of the elemental. There we go. Skeletons going in, tanking. Sylvanas doing so much damage. Dark Spirit Troll in there. And that is another victory. Sylvanas is my favorite troop in this game so far. I love that piercing attack with that first talent. Now, if you don't have Sylvanas unlocked, here is another option that uses a ranged leader. But overall, if you're looking to build better strategies in Warcraft Rumble, here are my top 5 most important tips for you. Number 1, make sure your average gold cost isn't too high. Anywhere between 3 and 3.6 is a little bit easier to play. Number 2, make sure you always include a couple of spells or unbound troops in your army. Unbound troops are the kind of troops that can be played anywhere on the map. This allows you to more immediately support your push anywhere on the map. Number 3, make sure you include a couple of ranged and flying troops in your army. This gives you more options for countering your opponent. If they have ground cards, you can defend it with flying. If they have flying cards, you can defend them with your ranged. Number 4, make sure you have 1 or 2 solid tanks in your strategy, whether that's your leader or other units. And number 5, make sure you have some sort of splash damage, whether that's your spells or your unbound unit or a different troop that provides splash damage. You will always need to have a response for some swarm. And a bonus tip when building a deck, make sure you consider your leader's ability if you need a certain synergy to optimize your strategy. For example, with this general, his special ability is any units around him take 50% more elemental damage, so you would want to prioritize elemental damage when you're building an army with him. But those are my tips. Good luck in Warcraft Rumble. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can download it right now for free using the link down below in the description. And once again, thank you to Blizzard for sponsoring this video.